The mission of the publishing house is the same as it was when James White carried his carpet bag full of pamphlets to the post office to mail them.
Before the church even had a name, there was a publishing house, and that was the Review and Herald.
Through my hands, to the world, streams of light.
The wonderful thing about being here at the Review and Herald is that there's a spiritual focus to our involvement in our work.
You're in the right place, that God has given you the right task, that God is leading you down the right path, and that just makes you want to come in and know that you're there. You are not just doing a job.
You may ask me, is the publishing ministry still alive in North American division or United States? I'm glad to say yes.
But there's something lasting and gift-like about a book, something you can hold and cherish and underline and remember and keep as a word to yourself.
I can open my Bible at any time.
This work has the potential of actually changing people's lives.
Everybody has a touch and a feel that they have part from start to finish of this printed page going into the homes. The current project that we have right now is the Great Controversy Project.
Right now we're running the Great Controversy.
We're seeing a lot more response on this program where people want to get involved.
For this Great Controversy project that we're currently running, we're running literally around the clock.
We've been told of a story of a child who was very interested in getting involved with the Great Controversy Project. So she'd been collecting her own money and had $23 that she wanted to contribute to the Great Controversy Project.
We publish about 165,000 devotional books every year, from preschool through the adult. And that represents a ratio of about 1 in every 5 North American Adventists are enjoying one of those devotional books.
Of course, we have right now, we're getting about 400,000 page views a month on the Guide website, and all of this is digital interaction.
The Message magazine recently distributed 100,000 free copies at the inauguration of our current president.
Making the books and periodicals at the Review and Herald is more than a one-man or woman job.
Every manuscript is immensely important because of the great amount of effort and care that the writer has put into it. When an author's manuscript is approved for publication, it is first edited, then copy edited, then it's ready to go back to the author for their final review, and then it's ready for design.
Once the project is ready to print, we turn the electronic file into a proof. Once it's approved, it's on to the plate maker. While this is the final product, it takes 4 colors to get this look. Here's a sample of just one color. There's a plate for cyan, magenta, yellow, and this is black. A laser burns the plate and it's off to the presses.
Every month, 150,000 pounds of paper comes to the Review and Herald by this railhead. That's about the equivalent of 3 to 4 tractor-trailer loads. Let's go inside and see what happens to it when it gets here.
Once we receive rolls of paper, we store them here in our warehouse. More than 50 rolls like this one are used to produce the Adventist Review every month.
We're trying to meet people where their needs are. We have some health books, we got family books, we got children's books.
Our mission is twofold: strengthening the faith of our believers and also reaching out to the world.
We're currently in the web press room at the Review and Herald. This is our M300 Harris press. We're going to have to yell at you a little bit because it's fairly loud here. Mike and I are going to give you a short tour, starting back here at the pacer, working right to the end of the press where the delivered product, and we'll let Mike start the tour out.
All right, we're standing back here in a pacer spot where the paper is actually sent through the press and it goes through 5 different units. This is on the shaft. This one here only has about 3 minutes left on it, and then what happens is it's going to slice and the bottom one is going to take over from there.
We have to line things up, make sure that the next job is ready, that the imaging has the plates ready for us, and the ink is ordered on time. We have the proper paper to go in the press and what have you, and the maintenance of the upkeep of the press is up to par, and we're printing as we should for the quality that we need to deliver.
We fix it all, from chairs to the big web presses. We throw a bearing, we break a shaft, plant services fix it all.
We're now at the 4th printing unit. We've left the roll stand back there where the paper comes from. We come through the black, the cyan, the magenta unit. We're currently showing you what's happened here in the 4th unit, which is our yellow unit. The ink is being pumped in over the ceiling. down the pipes there and pumped into the units here.
This is where the paper actually goes into the oven. After it goes through the oven, it goes around 4 drums, which is called the chiller.
This is where all the controls are, the main operating controls for the entire press. Behind us we have 2 gentlemen just working our color on our color register system. There's a camera that goes out and takes pictures of the web itself, which is indicated on this color bar here. Sends those values back to the printing units and turns the ink keys up or down to match the color proof up on the board there. We do basically 3 different types of folds here. We do a chopper fold, which is what this is. We do a double parallel or a digest fold, and we also do what they call a tabloid fold.
This job that we're running right now is a no trim job. It's basically we're showing here we're running Adventist Review. That's the trimmer setup, and what happens is the paper goes up into the stacker. It forms handfuls, either 400 to 600. Once we stack it over the skid, it goes right over to the binder.
So it's nice to be able to share with a book. Nothing compares to this ride with Jesus Christ.
Guide Magazine is the Adventist Church's publication for 10 through 14-year-olds. We're here in the bindery where it's really, really noisy, so if you have some earplugs, you might want to put them in. In this room, all kinds of things happen to your Guide magazines. They get cut up, they get stapled, they actually get all kinds of things done to them. By the time you get them, well, they're all pretty and looking good. To help save money, Guide magazine is printed 2 at a time. We're here in the bindery where they're going to be cut and hopefully a little more elegantly than that. Some of us know that juniors and early teens are real cut-ups, but they're nothing compared to this machine right here in the binder. Here the magazines are being cut and they'll be sent into the other room to soon be shipped. By the time juniors and early teens and other readers get them, they'll look a lot different than when I saw them stories in manuscript form. If you want to know what's going on in the world of a young person, go to the Guide discussion board. The kinds of experience that magazine provides week after week is not the experience that they're getting on the internet. But one thing that hasn't changed, we're still putting God's everlasting love right in this magazine. That love goes on and on and on, and hopefully Guide will go on and on too until Jesus comes for us again.
Review and Herald Publishing is trying to do their part in staying green. We recycle our paper. Our oxidizer cleans the air from the presses above and beyond EPA standards, and that's what Review and Herald Publishing does to do our part for the environment.
Now this inkjet printer will spray on your address and it's on its way to your home.
So a lot of people subscribe to the magazine to get more information to boost their own knowledge about health, but then to give it to someone else to introduce the perspective of holistic health.
You've seen the process from hot off the press to your door.
And whenever we have good news, like the gospel, we want to share it.
Thanks for joining us for this behind-the-scenes look at Review and Herald Publishing Association. We're working with you to spread the word yesterday, today, and tomorrow.